Realizing that the world's natural resources are limited and fragile, GOPA Group considers environmental protection to be an important component of its corporate responsibility. We are equally dedicated to our sustainable services abroad as in our own headquarters, since the very beginning. Particularly in the last decade, we were able to reduce our ecological footprint enormously. The renewal of GOPA's building facade allowed for a 50% reduction in fuel consumption. We use 100% green electricity, purchased from renewable sources. Our headquarters are completely carbon neutral. Our working group for environment is active and regularly communicating our environmental program to our staff and to clients. And the new headquarter building in Bad Homburg will now produce its own energy with a brand new own photovoltaic system on the rooftop. But is this enough? The topic of sustainability is becoming more and more popular. It is also relevant for many people when choosing an employer. They prefer to work for companies that use resources sparingly or are committed to climate actions. These things are especially important to younger people.
What is important for me with sustainability is that my employer also puts attention into sustainability principles, not just in the work that we do, but also in the processes that support me as an employee. And I think a way that GOPA does this very well is that they have a job ticket that you can get as an employee. And it allows you free access on any public transport system within the region. And you can use it not just to travel to work, but also on your weekends and in your free time. And on top of that, they have the bicycle scheme, which allows you to get a bicycle at a discount price, and you can use it at any time during your work, but also besides your working hours.
I personally care a lot about vegetarian food as well, and I really like to go to the cafeteria with my colleagues at lunchtime. Furthermore, I also care a lot about organic and fair trade coffee, because I personally know some cocoa and coffee farmers, and I really want that they get fair prices for the hard work they do.
Something that I'm also personally very excited about is that later this year we will be moving to a brand new building which has a photovoltaic system installed on the rooftop, and in that way, as GOPA, we will actually be contributing to our own energy production, which I think is a first great step towards energy neutral business. Of course, one of the things that we cannot avoid is that our work involves a lot of writing. And we work with clients that demand a report or a written document fairly regularly. Is there something that you think that we can do to make this process more sustainable?
Yes, I think we are already moving in the right direction. We are moving away from paper-based formats towards e-based formats. And more often we submit our tenders and reports online via e-portals or even email. And I think this already makes a difference.
I think that then rather than sending out 3 big files, we can just send out 1 PDF. In the end, sustainability requires, and improving the sustainability mindset, it really requires effort from all actors, not just from our client, but also from our development and business partners, and then ultimately from ourselves. But in the end, there are a lot of factors that you cannot control, but what you can control are your own actions, and that is where we want to start.
What is the reality in GOPA Group? What are we doing for climate? Do we walk as we talk? To discuss ways ahead to build a modern and green GOPA Group, an attractive employer ready to show that modern business and sustainability go hand in hand.